morning, Tennessee Valley. It is Monday morning, the first Monday in August, and we are raring to go with this new month and raring to go with a new week, raring to go with Tennessee Valley this morning, and as a couple of my guests will tell you, raring to go with schools, because school starts, I believe, Tuesday for the city and Wednesday for the county here in Bradley County and Cleveland City. So it's a new school year, and it's a new show on Tennessee Valley this morning. And my name is Alan Mincy, and I'm your host. My co-host finally showed up. He's been gone for a while, but Lou, LU, of course, we all know that stands for Live United, as I work at the United Way of Bradley County. And I take the first part of the show to talk a little bit about what's going on with us. So I will mention a couple of things going on today and tomorrow. Today, Monday, and tomorrow, Tuesday. Our friends down at Bond Life Coffee, Jeremy, Erica, and all the folks down there, 100% of the proceeds from the sales of coffee today and tomorrow will be coming back to United Way of Bradley County. So we appreciate all that they do for us. They did the same thing last year, and they really care about our community. We've actually had Erica on the show before, so thank you for that. We have been, it's funny, we're talking about the city and county schools, and we were at the city schools last week for their in-service. We had our buddy Patrick Long talking to the folks there, and we are going to be actually we're at some schools this past Friday with the county, and are going to see some more today and tomorrow as they get prepared for school. So we appreciate both school systems for allowing us to come in and talk about United Way. They were very supportive of us and many things going on in our community. So we will have Johnny McDaniel, Director of Bradley County Schools, and Dr. Martin Ringstaff, Director of Cleveland City Schools, on the show today, talking a little bit about what's new in the school system. I'm certain that we'll make a mention of Common Core, but because there's some people that are a little unsure of what it means, but really I wanted to get them on as school begins to talk about any changes in the school system. We've got some, I know, new people and some new things going on, so we have them both on. But my first two guests are going to be Matt and Tiffany Rogers, and they're going to be talking about Pure Soda Works. And I have seen the product in the area, but never tried it, and now I'm going to have to, because they've got some wild flavors of soda, and I'm going to let them come on and talk about the company, about the product, and who knows, we may have a bunch of folks afterwards that become Pure Soda Works fans, and then maybe we'll have a Pure Soda Works party or something like that down at Bond Life. They sell it down there. But we'll be back with Matt and with Tiffany and talk soda right after these messages. So stay tuned.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here. Doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in, or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now. Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
And we are back with Tennessee Valley This Morning on this bright August morning. And we have with us, I say we, because where did Lou go? Oh, there he is, way over there. Lou's found another place to go.
Yes.
But with us we have Matt and Tiffany Rogers, and they are with Pure Soda Works.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the name of the company says a lot about the company, but first off, a lot of folks may not know about Pure Soda Works. So tell us, Matt or Tiffany, I'll let you guys decide who wants to talk the most. But tell us about the company.
Sure. Well, the story of Pure Soda Works really starts with our previous company, or our first company, I should say, Everyday Eclectic. In 2006, we decided to start a company making soap and candles. And the idea was making all these things out of all natural ingredients, natural plant oils and things like that. And we started that out of our house, moved into the Hamilton County Business Development Center, downtown Chattanooga. And while we were there, we left there, and during that time, around 2011, we started thinking about what's a food product that we could do that's fun, that people would enjoy, and that uses the same philosophy of using all natural ingredients. And we're big soda fans. We like the nostalgia of the soda fountains. And
it's so American.
It is
Yes.
very American.
Definitely.
And so we had this idea, what if we tried soda? And I had messed around with cooking up syrups in the kitchen before, just for fun, just for our own enjoyment. And we thought, hey, let's give this a shot, and we'll see if it's something that takes off. And so we launched it in the summer of 2011 at the Chattanooga Market. And at first we thought, okay, we'll serve them sodas while people are shopping at our soap and candles. It'll just be kind of a little fun thing that people do. But pretty much immediately, people were incredibly excited about what we were doing. And we realized that this is something that could actually far surpass what we had been doing. And so we gave it its own name. It didn't have a name at first. It was just going to be, natural soda. But pretty quickly we decided, hey, let's give it a name. So we came up with Pure Soda Works, gave it its own brand. And by the time we launched it, people were already asking us when it was going to be bottled.
What was? I know you have several flavors, and we'll go over that in just a second. But what was the first flavor? Was it just plain soda?
Well, one of the first flavors that we started working on was actually our root beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we call it root beer number 4 because in the original notebook, and I know that it's the first one because when I open up, we still have the original flavor development recipe book.
And all our little scribbles all over it.
And on the very first page, the very first recipe is for root beer number 1, which was only made one time and was terrible.
It was gross. Yes.
And the reason being is because we did a lot of research on sodas and flavors, and specifically with root beer, and really found out that there is no set recipe for root beer. There's a lot of agreement on certain ingredients, wintergreen and vanilla and molasses, but there's no set, okay, this is what root beer is.
Okay.
And so it's very regional based. Everybody kind of has their own idea. So what we did, we actually came across a list of ingredients from the 1800s for a root beer. But like all good old recipes, all it was. This is the one.
There it is.
All it was a list of ingredients. It didn't have the proportions, so therefore it took several tries for it to. There you go.
Okay.
It took several tries, and we don't list all the ingredients on the panel.
Okay. Mighty good soda, though.
It is. It is
Yeah.
mighty good soda, and so that's the first one we
Yeah.
were really proud of. It's got 14 different herbs and spices in it, and it's really fantastic.
We say you don't list the ingredients. Is it a secret recipe, secret family? Is it like Bush's Beans, where
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to keep some things close to the vest, especially the root beer and the cola are the most complex of our flavors.
We're very honest about the fact that all we use are true herbs, spices, fruits, and cane sugar to sweeten, and that's it.
Absolutely.
But all of our blends, we don't list exactly what we put in everything.
Okay.
Some things we got to keep close to the vest.
I'm sure you do.
I mean,
Sure you
several
do.
of them, like the honey lime. I mean, it's honey and lime juice. So the ingredients are in the name. Apple pie, we're very proud of the fact that all it is apple cider, cinnamon, and vanilla.
Okay.
And yet, almost everybody, happened today, somebody drank some and said, I can taste the crust. It's amazing how many people claim they can taste the crust in our apple pie. And then the same with the hibiscus lemon. It's hibiscus flowers and lemon peel. But the root beer and the cola are a bit more complicated.
Okay. Well, now, I since we're talking about flavors, when you first came in with these flavors this morning, I saw one that really caught my eye.
Yeah.
And was really kind of, I don't know what my expression was, but I'm going, how did these ingredients combine together? And I believe it's this one. Am I correct?
It's
The
strawberry jalapeno.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, that one is one that it catches.
Strawberry jalapeno.
Yes.
Okay.
It's very surprising because it doesn't seem like it would be a natural flavor combination. In truth, it's one of our most popular flavors, and it's based off of our partner Sean Klaus. He had a candy from Mexico years ago, and it was a strawberry with a spiciness to it. I think it was jalapeno, but anyway, it was like a spicy strawberry, and so that was one of the first things that he wanted to try, was doing this spicy strawberry.
And of course, we were like, yes, not
Absolutely.
seen that on the market. Let's do it.
No, I don't believe I've ever seen. Have you guys, have our directors over there, have you ever seen strawberry jalapeno soda? No. Just today.
Today.
Just
First
today.
time.
First time.
So yeah, that's but the flavors really marry very well because you have the sweetness and the fruitiness from the strawberry. You can taste the green peppery flavor of the jalapeno, and then it has that spicy finish. So really the flavors blend very well.
Okay, I'm going back and forth asking you questions. Where
Sure.
can I find these?
Well, primarily in Chattanooga.
Okay.
We're in about 30 restaurants in the Chattanooga area. We're in all the Loopy's locations. We're in all the Mojo Burrito locations.
That makes sense with the jalapeno. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
We're in 2 grocery stores right now. We're in Enzo's Market on Main Street in downtown Chattanooga, and we're in Pruitt's up on Signal Mountain.
Sure.
We are in as far as Cleveland's concerned, we're in Bond Life Coffee.
Right.
Great
which you'd already
place.
mentioned.
Great
Yes.
place.
Yeah, we
Good
love
people.
them.
And we are looking at, there's a couple other places that we're talking to in the Cleveland area to get our sodas in, and then hopefully in more natural grocery stores and food markets. We're always looking for those and talking to those. So.
Tiffany, you got any new flavors that you're thinking of?
Any new flavors that we're working on right now?
You can't talk about?
I don't know. We just got through, during the summer, we just bottled a blueberry sage. That was a limited run. We used
That was
actual,
number one, right?
We
Blueberry
used
sage number one.
actual local blueberries for that one, and it was great. So we'll have to do more of that one. And we're always thinking up new flavors. We're thinking up some seasonal things to maybe come out with in the fall. We've experimented with a pumpkin pie soda that came out really well, and so we're always
I was
dreaming up
thinking
new ones.
peppermint something.
Peppermint. We've mixed peppermint and vanilla before in a
Okay.
soda, and it was just creamy and cool and delicious. So you can have a lot of fun with.
Do people come to you with ideas? Oh,
Oh!
you got to put these together. You got to put tuna and
Yes.
licorice.
Yes.
I don't
Pro-
know.
prob-
Yes, we've
probably-
got bizarre ones.
Probably our craziest flavor combination we've ever come up with. We did a cucumber wasabi. And
I could eat both of those.
it
but
was
it's a
delicious.
soda.
We sold out of it really quickly.
Yeah, it's
Like-
very, very fresh, and it kind of has that melony flavor from the cucumber, and then that very bright heat from the wasabi.
I think your marketing idea with that is you do the it's got wasabi in it, so you have to buy one of the other sodas to cool yourself back down after you.
Right.
Of course, these are you just brought these in, but these are chilled sodas like any other soda.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's definitely best served chilled.
Okay. Now, what the public itself? I know they're enjoying it. What kind of comments do you get other than I can taste the crust or something like that?
We get all kinds of comments, but a lot of people are really, I want to say, refreshed by the fact that we're doing a soda that kind of goes back to soda's roots with just the pure cane sugar and actual ingredients, like not flavor extracts or anything like that. We're going back to actual ingredients, and a lot of people have just found that really refreshing. We have a lot of customers that just are really behind us on this and really love what they're doing, what we're doing, and just love to spread the word to other people. So.
Now, who does this? Is it both of you, or is it machines?
No, we have a machine, but it's not an automatic machine. We don't just load everything up, push a button, and walk away. It's a very hands-on process. Our machine bottles 3 bottles at a time.
Okay.
And then you have to cap them
it's
one
a deliberate process.
It's a very deliberate. There's no, it's not Laverne and Shirley with the glove on the thing going down there.
One day.
It's the you have to set 3 bottles, hit some buttons, those get filled, and then you set them one at a time and get them capped. So despite that, we're still able to do about 30 to 40 cases a day of soda. So I mean, we're producing a good amount for the demand right now.
I start to say, any chance of shipping other places?
That's actually what we've been working on. We've just partnered with Access America Transport, and they have given us some fantastic rates to start getting, because we have people in the Midwest, we have people down in Florida who are wanting to order pallets of soda, of our soda, to have in their stores. Some small chains that are wanting to have it. And so shipping was something that was an issue early on, because 1 case of soda weighs 32 pounds. So even it's
in glass.
It's expensive to ship a single case. But once you start getting to freight, it's a different story.
And let me ask one other question. You say you use pure cane sugar.
Yeah.
Do you have that shipped into you, or are you able to get that locally?
Well, right now we're just picking it up from, we have several different food vendors that we use, some produce vendors. Sugar being a commodity, it's based on a market price. So we literally, whoever has the lowest price for cane sugar is who we go to.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was something that had to be shipped in special from Hawaii or anything.
No, it's
to that effect or whatever. What goes best with your sodas? What food?
Oh, wow. It's nice to do a flavor pairing with all the different things. Really, it's kind of nice. Like, the cola goes well with a lot of things. I mean, a standard basic cola goes well with a lot of foods.
Right.
But our cola has a very rich flavor also, so you may not want it with something very light. Your hibiscus lemon and your honey lime are both the kind of lighter, kind of brighter, fruitier flavors. So if you're having a lighter summertime kind of meal, that'd be what I'd suggested for that. Apple pie, all-American apple pie, super
almost
sweet,
sounds like
tastes like
dessert
dessert.
to me.
It could be dessert.
Yeah,
Makes
apple
an
pie
amazing float.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I started to say, I didn't even think about that. Coke
vanilla
float,
ice
sure.
cream. Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
And they can purchase this locally, as you say, at Bond Life. Do you do the Loopies here? You mentioned Loopies.
Well, as far as I know, the Loopies here is carrying it. Yeah, we're in all the Loopies locations. So.
But if people want to find this at a grocery store right now, they got to go to Pruitt's or Enzo's.
Enzo's. Yeah, that's a new natural food market downtown Chattanooga.
Well,
but we're talking to Whole Foods and Earth Fare right now, so hopefully.
Continue to spread.
Oh well, I'm sure after being on Tennessee Valley this morning, there's no telling how many people will want to learn about. And I bet the first thing they need to do is go down to Bond Life and give it a shot.
They should.
Absolutely.
And try it. And who knows, we may have folks calling you. to ask about Pure Soda Works. Speaking of which, do you have a website or anything?
We do. You can find us anywhere Pure Soda Works. So puresodaworks.com, on Facebook.com/PureSodaWorks, Twitter.com/PureSodaWorks.
Instagram.
Yeah,
Pure
Instagram.
Soda Works.
So yeah.
So
Okay.
we're everywhere. Just
Everything.
look up our name.
And Pure is exactly what it is.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's why you called it Pure Soda Works. Are these to remain, or are you going to run or just show tease us with the?
No, absolutely not. These are
Because
these are
I'll
for you.
split them up with the
bearing
directors
gifts.
of schools.
Absolutely.
We come bearing
Absolutely.
gifts.
Yeah, I wish you had the wasabi. I'd like to see both
We
of
haven't
them.
bottled that one yet, but
Well, that would get them going as school starts. They'd be really
Yes,
really
yes,
fired
get
up for
the
that.
endorphins going.
Okay. Well, Matt, Tiffany, I appreciate you coming on the show this morning.
Absolutely.
And let's see what we can do about getting Pure Soda Works more into our Cleveland market.
Yeah, we love
And
that.
I'm gonna try the jalapeno strawberry jalapeno, and who knows, I may end up down at Pruitt's myself buying some.
There you go.
But thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you.
Lou's having a good time over there. You got to leave Lou.
Aw.
But and hopefully we will see you again as new products become available. I'm sure you've got some more ideas coming out.
Oh,
So
we
do, we
continue
do.
to conjure.
okay. Well, thank you for coming on. Pure Soda Works, guys. Remember it. Okay. We'll be back after these messages with our directors of schools, and we'll talk brand new school year. So stay tuned. Thanks, guys.
thank you.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now. Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
And welcome back to Tennessee Valley This Morning. I don't know if you heard me, but we have Joe in the background telling us when the mics are live, and of course I turned to him and I go, mics are up. So I don't know if they heard that or not, but the mics are up, guys.
Great.
Hey, we have Dr. Martin Ringstaff and Johnny McDaniel with Cleveland City Schools, Bradley County Schools, and how long has it been since we called you guys superintendent? That's been
1992, I believe.
I believe that's right.
It's been quite a long time ago. So you're both director of schools, and I will say this from my standpoint. I think we have two of the better school systems in the state in one area. So that's what's so special about Bradley County is, if you go to Cleveland City Schools, you're going to a great school system. If you go to Bradley County, you're going to a great school system. We've got some individual schools that are good too, but you guys do a great job, and I know it's because of the teachers that everything is.
Absolutely, I'll agree. I say that very often. It's hiring the best people that you can get in the classroom, and we really have great teachers in Bradley and Cleveland, and many of us, we're good friends with each other. We go to church with each other. Now when the Bradley and Cleveland play, or
athletics,
Cleveland and Walker Valley play, we're on our opposing sides, but usually at the end of the day, we're all friends, and it's a great community, and we're just proud of our teachers, proud of our students.
Well, a lot of folks that go to the schools end up going together to elementary or middle school, and then at that point is when they separate maybe into the high schools, and the competitiveness comes out, but they're still, like you say, they're still friends and neighbors and relatives for that matter. I'm sure we have relatives in both systems and all that. Hey, we're starting school this week.
Correct.
Tomorrow?
Yes,
Cleveland City?
Yeah, Tuesday, Cleveland City kicks off, and we're excited to get the students back. We should open up with a projection of about 5,480 students.
Wow.
Which is about 480 more than we had when I got here 2 years ago. So we're pretty excited about the growth in the city. It's obviously coming with issues of running out of space, and that's been talked about here and there, but we're very excited. The high school is showing the growth right now. We're seeing we should open up somewhere around 1,460 students, which is quite a bit more than we ended the year with last year. We had a very small senior class and a very large freshman incoming class, which has led to the growth. It wasn't new growth, it was just moving growth. So we're excited about the upcoming school year.
And the county begins Wednesday, I believe?
We start on Wednesday, and we're going to start out with a full day, whereas in the past we've done a half day. Last year was the first year that we really started the school year off with a full day. We felt like it's better for buses. It gives us a little more time to adjust. Teachers were asking for the full day, and we got good feedback on it last year, so we're going to do that again this year. So when we start, it's full day.
Okay.
And we're looking forward to having all of our students back. I think our enrollment, Martin, looks a little bit up, very steady. We too are having a surge coming into middle school and high school. We're glad to be able to start work on a new project up at Walker Valley. Walker Valley's been overcrowded for a few years. It was really built with a core of 1,400 and a capacity of 1,200. We've been running right at 1,500. So we're putting in a brand new 8-classroom wing. Folks will see the work going on up there as they're dropping off the students or driving by the school. And we're really proud of that project. We received a $1.2 million grant from TEMA that's going to help us build it. It will be a storm shelter.
Okay.
It'll be able to be a good place if a tornado were to hit or a storm come through. And we're just really proud of the project.
It's amazing all the things that are going on, and that we keep increasing the number of students. So building projects like at Walker Valley and things that are needed at Cleveland City, every year you have to address those situations.
This year we just finished 2 projects this past week on safety. Going into Ross Elementary, we built a whole new office complex. We took a existing classroom and turned it into the office complex so we could control who was coming in and out of E.L. Ross Elementary School. And we reconstructed the entrance to Blythe Bower Elementary School to swing people into the main office, and we had to create a whole new corridor through 2 classrooms down there. So because of the school safety, and Mr. McDaniel mentioned the storm shelter going in up at Walker Valley, we're doing the same thing on the new elementary school with very safe classrooms. Each room will have its own storm room per se. It'll be a storage room for the most of the time, but will become a safe room during safety. So lots of school safety is definitely the priority we're dealing with.
Right, and let's hope that we never have to use them for the storms that we've had. But we know just a couple of years ago, Blue Springs School was hit by the tornadoes. You said something about E.L. Ross, and of course I've seen some of some of the work over there with Miss Irby,
Yes.
doing that. But you also mentioned Blythe Bauer, and you have a new principal down there.
We do. Dr. Joel Barnes is the new principal at Blythe Bauer. He takes over the reins that Kelly Kaiser, who will be the new principal at Mayfield Elementary.
Who
when
took
it
over the
opens.
reins from?
Dee Dee Finnison,
Right.
who has moved into the school board office. So due to retirements and movings, we have quite a few things going on in Cleveland City. Very proud of all three of those individuals, and we look for great things from Dr. Barnes. He's new to the principalship. He's been an assistant principal and assistant for many years at Cleveland Middle and then up at Cleveland High School. So Blythe Bauer is it's our largest elementary school by about 10 kids more than what we have sitting over at Mayfield right now. Both of them are in the 600 range, but quite large elementary schools. But we're very proud of Dr. Barnes and Mr. Kaiser and Ms. Finnison.
Just to let you know, I've got friends in both systems,
Yes.
and one of my friends that teaches at Blythe Bauer was talking about getting ready for school last week, and said that she had stayed until 9 or 10 o'clock working on her classroom, and the thing that made her feel so pumped up about the school year is that the principal was still there when she left.
Well, you know, new principals, they have some energy, and Dr. Barnes is fit in well down there, but I think he's very excited. I think he's nervous as anybody would be getting into a new building, but he's got a great faculty down there and great kids getting ready to hit the building, so it'll go smooth. We expect great things.
Mr. McDaniel, any? I'm so used to calling you guys by your first names, it's hard for me to do that. But any new personnel that you've got?
We do actually. We have a new principal at Taylor Elementary.
That's right.
Elizabeth Kaler.
I forgot about
Elizabeth
that.
has been with Bradley County Schools a long time. She's an outstanding teacher. She became one of our instruction coaches and did a great job at Michigan Avenue. We had moved her to Lake Forest Middle School, where she was serving as instruction coach. And we promoted her to be the principal out at Taylor Elementary. And she's highly energetic, involved. She called me today about wanting to replace some old carpet. And she's on top of it.
There you go.
Instructionally, she cares about the students, she cares about the building, and I believe she's going to do a great job. We also hired 2 new positions this year, restructured positions, if you will. We're calling them curriculum specialists, where we have someone looking at English and language arts K through 12 and mathematics K through 12. We just feel like that it's very important that we have someone who is assisting our teachers, thinking about how we teach from kindergarten, how it links from grade level to grade level, what we're providing, and how we're teaching, how we're getting them ready for the next step right on through high school to being college career ready. So we're really excited about what those 2 positions are going to bring to the system. That's Miss Dana Yost is the English language arts.
Right, I remember her from Michigan Avenue.
Yes, and Amber Caldwell, former math teacher from Walker Valley, outstanding teacher. She's going to be our math specialist for Bradley County Schools.
Sounds like we don't bring in new people, except for directors of schools.
Which is good.
It's good, but
well, I was
technically
you're not within the system. You know, I was the principal at Bradley High School.
Oh, but they brought him from Florida for that.
So
says the guy from Virginia.
That's right.
Yes.
But it seems like we have such good personnel in our system that they are able to move into other positions, such as Dr. Barnes and like Elizabeth out at Taylor.
Absolutely.
So
I think we both have a focus and emphasis on training future leaders.
Yes.
You know, we've had administrator academies, and we have several different levels of leadership within the school system. And it's really great to be able to promote someone that you know what they can do and what they bring to the school, to the children.
That's I wish somebody would not ask me what my favorite school is, because every time I go to a school, I see something about them that is so unique that makes that my favorite school until I go to the next school, or the favorite principal until I go to the next.
We get those questions as well, and those are impossible answers.
Right.
We love them all.
And you should. You mentioned something about transportation, Blythe Bauer, and E.L. Ross. I think you've got any other. That's something that we really want to stress to the parents and kids, is about any changes in school times or directions of traffic or anything like that. Anything that's new this year that could do.
Martin's was new last year.
Yeah, we changed the school
he shook
times
up
last
the city
year. We
and
will-
my employees.
We will not be doing that again right now. We'll probably go with status quo on all those issues. Now, we did add 2 new bus routes,
Okay.
2 brand new buses, drivers, routes, the whole works. As we were having some double runs because we didn't have enough buses with the quick growth. The school board, who rightfully so put on 2 new buses and 2 bus routes, so we're very excited to be able to get the students home quicker. So that might help a little bit, because especially getting them out of the school quicker. So we're excited about that. But the times will stay the same. The traffic flow patterns will all stay the same. You know, we will keep a close eye on those things. The first couple of days of school are always interesting anyway, because it seems everyone wants to take their children to school. And so we do ask parents to be very careful, especially in the school zones, because there's a lot of kids, and kids sometimes get excited and run real quick out in front of somebody. We don't want any accidents on the first couple of days of school.
Sure.
We really
Any
don't have
days.
many changes this year as far as the traffic flow. Our bus schedules, of course, they're adjusted a little bit every year. And we have bus contractors in Bradley County versus the city-owned buses. We do have special ed buses. We had to purchase a couple of new special ed buses this year. We've seen an increased need for that. And, but we believe we're going to be ready to go without much change from what people are used to. Our schedules have not changed. We already had a little bit later start time for our high school and than the city. The city, I think they decided to move that back a little bit last year.
Right.
And so that was where they recalculated and reset. And I think that really we're pretty close to what we do in the county, we do in the city.
Right.
And I noticed either last year or a couple of years ago or whatever, you guys are trying to coordinate your spring breaks as much as possible too.
Spring break was never the issue, in my opinion. I think it was the fall breaks. And
Fall break?
spring break, I think we do a great job with.
We've always tried to coordinate the calendars. There's there have been times when the needs of one system dictated how the vacation would come. And in Bradley County, I came into a system where they had a fall break and had really come to like that, and it fit into the schedule very well. And we have worked to try to have ours on at the end of the 9 weeks have a break. So we are in 9 weeks, and then we have our fall break. We're in 9 weeks, and we go on our winter break.
Okay.
And then spring break, we really try to work together with Cleveland City and how that meets with other. We'd love to be on the same system with the colleges, but their needs are different than our needs.
We've noticed that when we try to set up events through United Way, that we try to get Lee and both school systems and Cleveland State all together, and sometimes it's hard to get the colleges and universities.
Yeah, this year, our fall break and spring break are the same time.
That's great.
And when we can, we do. We consult and we try to schedule together the best we can, because we understand. I have teachers in Bradley County whose children may go to Cleveland City, and Martin has people who work for him and their children are with me. And so the best that we can, we try to cooperate.
Right. And Joe Palo and I were kidding as they both came in saying we were going to have a wrestling match and see who would win. And you both specifically said, we get along great, you know.
Of course.
We you know.
Honestly, when I first took the job, if it wasn't for
of course we were just kidding about the wrestling. We didn't want that to happen.
But he was stellar in modeling and helping me transition to the state of Tennessee, which I was new to Tennessee. And Mr. McDaniel and I had many conversations. He's a class act, and we're proud to have the friendship we have.
Absolutely. Martin's a great driver. When we go, usually I get Martin to. He likes to drive. He's a NASCAR fan.
Oh, I've heard that.
And every once in a while, I get the feeling I'm in the car with the
Busch,
NASCAR.
I believe. Isn't that your favorite driver?
Jeff Gordon.
Oh, I'm
Kyle
sorry.
Busch. Ooh.
Sorry about that.
I think he did that on purpose.
Yes,
I did. Yeah, I have yet to find anybody that likes Kyle Busch, but
Kyle Busch
for
likes
you,
Kyle.
well, we're not so sure he likes himself sometimes. For all you Kyle Busch fans out there, I'm just going from what I heard.
All three of you.
Right. When's the last race that Jeff Gordon won?
Hey,
I'm sorry. Now I'm getting like Heartline, aren't I? I'm giving you a hard time. But I have noticed that both systems work well together, and it starts from the top, and it goes all the way down. So that's great.
Well, at the end of the day, we have the same goals, and that's student success and student achievement, and we will do everything in our power to get that done.
Fantastic. Hey, as I said earlier, want to talk to you about this issue that I think some people want to make it a controversial issue, the Common Core.
Yes.
But I'm going to take a break now and probably pop one of these root beers here and see how that goes, and hopefully hold off all the Kyle Busch fans as they come in to get us. But we're going to take a break and then come back. I just want you to explain this to the general public so they'll know a little bit more about it, and then we'll close with any other things going on in the school system. But let's take a break, and we'll be right back with Dr. Ringstaff and Mr. McDaniel right after these messages.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Are you having trouble filing for disability?
Seems no one is concerned about your pain, the waiting, the denials.
While some representatives will meet with you in court, we will meet with you now to discuss your plan. We'll review with you the same file that the judges will see. Call us now. Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson.
You're entitled to better.
This segment of Tennessee Valley This Morning is brought to you by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland and 2120 Chapman Road, Chattanooga. For your next new or previously owned vehicle, make it Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, the better way to buy.
And we're back with Tennessee Valley this morning, and during our break we've all been talking pro football and college football, and understand that Johnny, Mr. McDaniel, is a Dolphins fan, so he's right up there. Joe Palo is applauding in the back, but you said Bob Greasy.
Well, yes, going back to the 72 Dolphins,
Sure.
I grew up in Florida, and my dad and grandfather, they were big Dolphin fans. Got to go to some of the games when I was young, see some of those great players. And back in the days of Dan Marino when he was a good player, we went to quite a few Dolphins games.
I have a picture
enjoyed the Dolphins.
of a predecessor of yours, Jerry Frazier.
Yes.
We had Mercury Morris come up here and do something during, I think it was around 2000, and he was showing his championship ring.
Sure.
And
undefeated, the only undefeated team in NFL history.
You wanted to make sure you got that in there,
yes.
didn't you? But you could tell that Jerry was looking. He was sort of like the guy that they say stole the ring from Mr. Kraft or whatever.
Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, Jerry was looking at taking that ring if he could.
The Russian president.
But
I don't think that Mr. Frazier took the ring, though.
Oh, no.
He just looked at it admiringly.
Oh, I'm sure if he'd have tried to take it, Mercury Morris could probably have outrun Jerry at the time. He was a little slow at the time, but and of course we were talking to Martin, Dr. Ringstaff, about his college football. He's a big Virginia Tech fan,
Yes, we get the first crack at the #1 team in the nation, Alabama, here, coming up in August 31st, and we're excited to take them down and shock the world. It's going to be a great game.
And who do you play next?
After that, I don't even know. We're
See,
so
that's just
focused
everybody.
on Alabama. The next game is somebody like Western Carolina or somebody like that.
Of course, of course.
Take a little chip shot.
Well, there's not a lot of folks that are Tennessee fans that would mind you beating Alabama.
We have a lot of fans that day, I think.
But we also have a lot of fans in this area that are Alabama fans, so
that's true.
You have to watch out. But and as you were mentioning, Joe, you are a NASCAR fan, but NASCAR ends in time for you to watch football, pro football on Sundays, college football on Saturdays.
True.
Now, Johnny, are you a college football fan?
Oh yeah,
And
I love football.
Who's your team?
You know, I'm a Lee graduate. Lee doesn't have a football
Okay.
team yet, so I'm looking for maybe one day we'll have a Lee team.
I thought you were gonna say Florida.
Well,
the
you know,
Gators or
no,
something like that. I'm gonna get you both in trouble.
I'm going to say that Tennessee's one of my top teams.
There you go.
You know, I'm always a Tennessee Peyton Manning fan, and you know the great rich tradition up at Tennessee. I do admire some other teams. I really liked Bobby Bowden back in the day, and had some students that went on to Florida State to play.
I don't think he likes Bobby.
Jeez.
That's
It's like Bobby Bowden.
Well, but that's one of Virginia Tech's big rivals.
Yes, that is.
Yeah.
Well,
We've had some good games through the years, no doubt about it.
I'm glad we found something that you disagreed on, because it seems like you agree on everything else. And speaking of agreeing, we've got something that is going on in not just Bradley County and Cleveland City School System, but I believe is this a state or is this a national initiative, Common Core? You're going to have to explain it a little bit more to me. I'm going to act like I don't know what it is, and it's not much of an act. It's, you know.
Martin, let me take the easy part, and I'm going to let you dive into it.
Okay.
Common Core started when the Governors Association got together and said, how can we as a nation be stronger in our education report? When we're compared with other systems around the world, how can the United States of America, how can we be stronger? And the school superintendents, commissioners of education from around the nation, they have a consortium where they meet and they talked in a follow-up to the governor's meetings. And they said, how can we really start thinking about really looking at what could help all schools across the United States be a little better?
Okay.
And that's kind of where this whole discussion started. It started with governors and it started with chief school officers. Didn't start with the federal government. It started with independent groups, organizations of governors and state school superintendents. Okay. And how can we really focus on what's most important? And I think I'll let Martin kind of take over.
And that he's exactly correct on every bit of that. The state of Tennessee voted in 2009 under Governor Bredesen to join the coalition. And from that point on, it's been an implementation process. And the state has done, in my opinion, probably the best job of all the states in Common Core in implementing the Common Core strategy. There's been, this past summer, we trained over 33,000 teachers in the state of Tennessee. And the beauty of that is it was teachers who were training teachers. The Common Core coaches, Johnny has some in his system, I have some in my system. They volunteered to go into this to be Common Core coaches. They are paid a stipend, of course. And just this past week, we wrapped up every single teacher in Cleveland City Schools was trained. This past summer over at Cleveland Middle School, Johnny's teachers, the majority of them were over there, and we were in charge of running the training. We had teachers from Polk County, McMinn County, from Hamilton County all the way out to South Pittsburgh at Cleveland Middle. There were 4 or 5 different training areas just in their region through Chattanooga and McMinn. So what it does is it transforms the way that the classroom actually operates. The teachers become facilitators. There's changes across the way of how we do co-curricular teaching, special ed teaching. It's a lot more hands-on approach, a lot more in-depth discussions and accountable questioning, and what we're trying to do is pull that information on students to where it's no longer rote memory, where the teacher stands in front of the class and all the classes are in rows and they write it on the board and they give it to the student. The student turns around and gives it right back on a test and we move on. It's a lot more deeper than that. The Common Core standards, there's less of them. So you can go deeper and be more creative within the standard. So we don't have the very narrow range of standards. We have, you know, before you were hitting lots of standards very shallow.
Right.
Now we don't have as many standards, and you can go a lot deeper.
That's what I would mention is that
Yes.
the Common Core, it's called Common Core because these groups, the governor's group and then these chief school officers came together and started talking about really what is most important. And you know, there are some states like Texas, Florida, Tennessee, to where there's not many standards we don't like. And when we tell teachers they have to hit all these targets, you know, you're not going very deep with the learning. So if we say we're going to narrow the focus and go deeper, that's a strategy we've used with gifted kids for a long time. And so that's the move, that Common Core. So the Common Core is really on what is vital to be taught and what we believe is most important to help students be successful.
Where the confusion has came from, where a lot of the people are upset about, is actually a myth. The Common Core standards is just simply a set of standards, written like the old standards were, but just cleaner. It is not the curriculum. The curriculum is still locally chosen. Our teachers in Cleveland City, his teachers in Bradley County, will actually choose how they're teaching that. So that's where the confusion comes in. Everyone thinks it's a federal mandated, you have to do it, you have to, and there's going to be information shared. None of that is true. It is a set of standards that simply guide what is going to happen and will be tested on. We've been doing that for years. The only difference is it has a name, Common Core, and many states jumped into it, so the automatic emphasis there is it was federally mandated. It is not. The state did not have to vote their way into it. Many states, there's 4 now that didn't. Texas and Virginia and Utah being some of those, so and Alaska. So these states who didn't choose it, so be it. We could have not have chosen it, but I would tell you this, it is better than what we were doing.
Okay.
And you know, we were in the lower percentile in the United States, below 40th in most areas. If we're happy being that low, then we should not change anything. I personally am not happy with what was happening in Tennessee, and I've only been here 2 years. We can do better. Our students are working hard. There's nobody out there working harder than the teachers in the state of Tennessee.
And Martin, due to the Tennessee Diploma Project,
Yes.
which was already a step in this direction of raising the standards across Tennessee, during Governor Bredesen's time, the Chamber of Commerce said we get an F in advertising because we were saying our students were more than 90% proficient on the standards. And people said, well, the standards in Tennessee are too low. Well, we've upped our standards, taking the Common Core. Now we've joined not only our opinion in Tennessee, but across the nation. And now Tennessee is starting to rank with states that are funded a lot higher for education than Tennessee, but they're saying the standards and the expectations in Tennessee, they're in the top tier.
Yes.
That's a big shift for Tennessee, and that's something I'm very proud of.
In fact, I saw just today that we were ranked second, right behind Massachusetts. So if we're ranked second in the nation in standards and how we're going to hold students accountable, there will be some growing pains, and there will be some times when we look at some data and we're going to have to make some very interesting decisions to get better. It's not going to be all apples and oranges and happy la-la when the flowers roll out when that first test comes, and we need to just educate that we're doing our very best and we will get there. It's going to be a matter of time.
I don't believe that the state or even locally that you guys would have agreed to join this type of program if you didn't think that you had the teachers and the students that had the abilities to make this work.
Absolutely, and what Martin has talked about today is that extra training and support that we've been providing teachers. So we are doing a good job in trying to teach teachers, give them the knowledge, the skills they need to implement the Common Core. Did not take away local decision making from the school board. The school board will still make decisions about curriculum. We'll still make decisions about classes that we offer, just like they always have.
Okay.
It's just really about focusing in on what we believe children really have to know, allowing teachers more time to develop that knowledge and skills, and not just a skill and drill, not just a memorization, but get the knowledge and then apply the knowledge in the real world. And that's something that we've been focused on for some time. We've called it rigor, relevance, and relationships, the 3 R's in education.
Okay.
And that rigor and relevance is a strong piece of the Common Core based on a strong, loving relationship with a teacher that cares about their students and has high expectation of their students.
And with the sound belief that all children can learn, all children want to learn, and we as the adults need to make that happen.
Absolutely.
And we will continue to drive that. Our teachers are 100% on board. There's not a teacher in the school system, any school system, that would say for 1 second that they don't believe that all children can learn. Well, great. So let's take that belief and let's make that happen, because that is what we're challenged to do.
And you say that there will be some growing pains, of
There will
course.
be.
But we're cranking this out tomorrow.
Well,
for Wednesday.
K through 8's already there.
Okay.
We're introducing the high schools this year, so kindergarten through 2 just tested on it.
Mm-hmm.
So the park test actually starts. The park is the consortium test, where 22 states are in the park assessments. The other 24 states will be in the Smarter Balanced. But the park test starts at the end of next year. So we're getting ready, though. We're doing everything we can to make sure we're online and ready to go.
Fantastic. I don't understand why there's so many people, I say so many people, but some people who are against it. But I think it's just a lack of knowledge of what's going on.
I think it feels like that this is something that came down from Washington, and that they're making states do this. And the reality is, it was an agreement of minds. It was a reasoning together, and how can we really improve our education system? We want to be the best in the world, and how can we do that? And I think that when you really focus on what's important, it's easier to hit the target.
Yes.
If you have too many targets, you're not sure what direction you're going in sometimes.
Fantastic. Well, I know you guys are getting really pumped up for school. Directors don't do anything. It's all the others that make you look good, right?
We're the support staff.
That's it.
Make sure teachers have everything they need.
But it is a team effort from the top down to the teachers and to the students and the parents. Parents are very important as well. So we appreciate you coming on and talking a little bit about it. I know you usually talk about after the first 100 days how it's gone. So who knows? Maybe we'll get you guys.
Okay.
If we can beat the Kiwanis or Rotary clubs, you guys going to talk to them. We may get you in. Now, we had these left over. Do you have one specifically that...
I'm going to try the strawberry jalapeno.
Okay.
That's a must try.
I'm thinking the apple pie would be
Pass that over there.
I can be a spicy,
There's your apple pie.
Yeah, I'd like to try the apple pie.
I'm not going to ask you to open them up and try them now because
they're hot. We need to chill them first.
That's true.
We'll
take them home. Take them home with you. But we appreciate you guys coming on, and we will get you on again. And we'll who knows? Maybe we'll talk a little bit more football. By then, we'll know if you beat Alabama or not. Yeah, right. Hey, we had a great show. We appreciate our directors of schools, and we appreciate both Matt and Tiffany Rogers for coming on from Pure Soda Works. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Until then, everybody have a great Monday and a great week and a great August. See you later.